I'm feeling a passionate message coming through, and I wanted to pull some cards to see exactly what this person's trying to say. Ugh, and right away it feels like this person's really kicking themselves. I should have fought for you is the first message that comes through. This person did wrong and Spirit won't let them alone about it. I can't let you go. And they know they should have spoken up and they know they should have acted because it says, I really do care, even though I don't show it. I don't think you understand exactly how passionately this person feels. Whoa, I'm in love with you. This person feels you, feels this connection at their core. And they're feeling such heavy regret. I can't go another day without you. They have to have you in their life. They can't take this separation anymore. And it's because your soul speaks to their soul in a way that nobody else can. You tame my demons. You help them to elevate. So I pulled a whole spread from the traditional tarot to get a better feel for this relationship and the outcome in this connection. So this person is definitely crafting you a message right now. They're writing out something emotional, maybe a really big apology that they want to offer to you, but you are going to be hearing from them soon. Now, we've got the King of Wands in the overall energy as well, so they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be though, but I do want to point something out here. We have both the masculine and the feminine fire sign with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands in this spread. So we have a true pair. And so both of you could be fire sign energy. So the King and Queen of Wands, they are very much like a power couple. They know what they want. They go after what they want. And they are really, really spiritually aligned. All right, starting in the center here. This person has been just at a loss. Oh my goodness. Just at a loss for what to do. Five of Cups is all about just despair and sorrow. We see the figure sort of mourning over 3 cups that have spilled. Now note that this person actually has 2 cups in the background, so it's not like their whole life is like a complete mess, but they're very focused on what they can't have. And I feel like this, to me, always speaks of a level of like maybe emotional immaturity. Like this person didn't know what they had until they lost it, or, they felt like, yeah, they should have really fought for this a lot harder. There's a lot of regret here. This is someone that they know they could have done better and they didn't. However, crossing that, we have the Strength card. This is Leo energy specifically. The Strength is all about getting conscious control over the subconscious mind. We see the figure here pictured with a lion. And it's because she has tamed the lion, tamed the inner beasts, the inner demons. We saw that in the messages as well. This person, they felt like your energy was very, very healing for them. And I feel like you really kicked off quite the spiritual journey for this person, right? They have had to really go within, figure out how to sort of tame their emotions, sort of those reactions that they have. Maybe this person's really quick to anger, or something's going on here where they feel emotionally volatile, and they've really had to work on that because they want to be worthy of this connection. They don't like feeling this regret. They know they should have done better. Now, there's a lot in their life that they feel like they've been a victim in the past. So probably some of this behavior came from past trauma, likely. We've got Justice in reverse here. Life has not felt fair to this person. This is Libra energy. You could be a Libra, they could be a Libra. It doesn't have to be though. Really, more than that, I feel like at the lowest polarity, this person is they're just trapped in victim mentality, okay? We see this multiple times in the spread. And historically, there's someone who just holds a lot of grudges. Like, if you say the slightest wrong thing, they get really upset, but they feel like they're free to say like all kinds of nonsense to you, or not necessarily to you, but to others. And I feel like this person's just like, oh, the world has been unfair, right? That's been them up until this point. But I do believe they've truly been working on this kind of victim mentality, right? We see it represented here in the Five of Cups. We see it in the Justice card reversed, and we're going to see it one more time actually in the Five of Pentacles reversed. But with the Strength card showing up here, the 8 of Pentacles in the recent past, this is someone that's been working on this. They've recognized this is a problem, right? We saw a lot of regret in those messages cards. This is someone who's like, you know what? I can't keep living my life this way. I am missing out on good people and good experiences and true connection because I keep making myself a victim. And they've been putting in the spiritual work. They've been putting in the emotional work. They've maybe been going to therapy even. They're doing what they need to do to try to level up because they know this is a connection that they are truly wanting, right? The two of you just felt like you matched when you met, and they recognize that. All right, the highest polarity, the highest possible outcome for this is the Lovers, y'all. All right, and I'm giving up nakedness, but basically this is Gemini energy, so Gemini could play a role in here, but it doesn't have to. More than that, this is about the universe bringing the two of you together because you do balance each other out. Because you are two energies, masculine and feminine type energies, they're meant to come together in this lifetime. When we see the Lovers card is all about like a soul contract you guys kind of agreed to prior to even incarnating on Earth. You're being brought together for a reason, right? So this is something that is meant to work out. It is meant to stand the test of time. Then the upcoming future, boy, howdy, you're going to hear from this person, okay? So we've got the Knight of Cups, right? We go from Page of Cups to Knight of Cups. Right now, in this very moment, they're crafting the message, they're crafting the apology, they're trying to figure out what it is exactly they want to say, and they're putting it together. But coming up here soon, you're going to hear from this person. They're going to give you a call. They're going to write you a text message. You're definitely getting a message. The Knight is the deliverer of love messages, emotional messages, deliverer of apologies, potentially. But this is something you're going to hear from this person in the upcoming energy here. Now, the overall energy for this relationship, y'all, we already had the Lovers for the highest possible outcome. Overall energy is the Two of Cups, right? The Two of Cups is a true shared partnership and shared bond. And I love that we have the caduceus symbol in this card. The caduceus symbol is about healing. So this is a relationship where the two of you are meant to help each other heal. You're meant to help each other level up. And we've already kind of seen that in this reading. This is definitely a true connection. You guys are being brought together so that you can help each other become better versions of yourselves. All right, the advice is the Queen of Wands, right? I've brought her out already a few times in this reading. So the Queen of Wands as advice. So as an archetype, she's like the really strong businesswoman. She is kind of the witch, right, y'all? she's someone who knows what she wants. She goes after what she wants, and she doesn't give a flying flip what anybody thinks about it, okay? So you can see this is a queen with a man spread going on. We also have a black cat here, right? Women who had black cats could be condemned for being a witch at one point in time. She is someone who does not care what anybody thinks. Your advice is keep on being you, boo-boo, right? This person's going to come in, they're going to say what they have to say, and you do not edit yourself for anybody, okay? You need to tell them your truth. You need to set your clear boundaries. You need to make sure that they understand who you are, what you desire, where you want to go, because they need to make sure they are in this divine masculine energy to your divine feminine energy. You guys are a true pair, and you are meant to be together. And honestly, they either recognize that and they behave accordingly, or they get out of your life. Okay, that is very much this energy. You just keep doing you. That's the advice here. Be true and honest with who you are, what you want, what you desire. All right, your greatest hopes and fears. We've got 5 of Pentacles reversed. All right, so I think your greatest fear is that they're still stuck in this victim mentality, right? We see these 2 figures outside the church, sick, hungry, poor. They're in a rough state. They could go into the church and ask for help, but they don't. Okay, so this is very much a card of victim mentality. Now, in the reverse, we're moving past that. All right, we're getting out of a lack mindset. We're realizing, the whole world isn't against us. Nothing's happening to us, but actually most of the time the universe is acting in our favor, acting for us, right? And we're meant to take whatever obstacles are in our way and try to transform them into something meaningful for ourselves. And I feel like this person, that's your hope. Your hope is this person is coming back correct. They have in fact done the work. They've been changing that victim mindset that they once had, and they've gained some significant control over their emotionality that maybe they didn't have before. Now, I do think you're going to see that. You know, we see indications here that this person has done a lot of learning, a lot of growing, likely both of you have. And so I don't know exactly what happened between the two of you here, but I do see some kind of falling out where this person recognizes, man, I should have fought for them so much harder. I should have really been there for them in ways that I just wasn't. And they're coming forward to say, I didn't do you right, man. And I'm here. I've been working on myself. I know what I need to fix. And if you'll be patient with me, I hope you'll give me a second chance. Like, that really feels like this energy. Because the final outcome here, the potential, victory, y'all, right? 6 of Wands. This is all about recognition, fame, victory, success. Like, the two of you truly could be a power couple, okay? I feel like the ultimate outcome here is that the two of you work together in a way that you've never worked with another person in a relationship, right? We've got a true match on the board. We've got King and Queen of Wands. We've got the Lovers showing up in this reading. This is meant to be a victorious union. All right, I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it was, please do like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.